What's the difference between an eye and an eye? Have you heard of an eye? It's a very useful word in Scrabble. A-I.
It's yes. Oh, yes, that's a yes, a sloth.
A sloth, exactly. But what about an eye?
2 sloths.
All right, so we've got the eye. Where does the eye live, this sloth? Where does it live?
In a tree.
Yeah, in which part of the world would you expect to find it?
South America.
South America is the right answer. They're wonderful things. They look like humans dressed in a sloth costume, as a matter of fact. They're really...
Yeah, but to be fair, you could say that about any animal, couldn't you?
No, but
a giraffe looks like a human dressed in a giraffe costume.
You look at a picture, of an eye, and I think you'll see what I mean. That does look like a person in a costume.
It looks like he's climbing up a tree, which looks like a man dressed as a tree.
He also looks like he's made of that stuff they used to make dish mops out of, doesn't he?
Their heads are very disproportionate, aren't they?
They are, and they live up to their name. They're very lazy. They spend most of their time up. They only come down to defecate, in fact.
Sorry, they come down from a tree to defecate?
Yes.
Surely the whole benefit of living in a tree is you can just
poo on whomever you like.
Maybe they've got a downstairs toilet.
Yes.
I thought that,
No.
Once you've had it put in, you want to use it, don't you?
Absolutely.
Also, very unusually for mammals, they need to bask in the sun to warm up their metabolism. So that's the eye. We've got the eye, but tell me about the eye.
Is the I spelt the same as the I? Well,
no.
Obviously, there's more letters.
It's A-Y-E-A-Y-E.
That's just...
I happen to have been and seen one. Very few people on Earth have, because it's one of the most endangered species.
Is it a Geordie version of that?
No, that's the Y-I.
Are we in the same part of the world?
We're not in the same part of the world.
Is it a sloth?
An eye. It's not a sloth. It's more closely related to us. It's a primate.
Primate.
But it's not an ape or a monkey. So what other kinds of...
Is it the
primate
orangutan?
Lemur?
Lemur. It's a lemur. Therefore, it must come from only one place on Earth.
Oh!
Bradford. It looks like someone's put some water on a gremlin.
Yeah. That's exactly right, which you know you mustn't do.
Never do that, ever.
I would think that the animal on the left has an easier job getting a well-fitting hat.
and a girlfriend.
Yes.
That may be why the eye is so endangered.
It's Madagascar.
Madagascar is the only place you get lemurs. You can't actually see in that photograph, but they have the most extraordinary middle finger, which is fully extended. It looks like a dried twig. It's really unusual. They tap with their finger on the barks of trees and bring out little worms and grubs, which they catch and eat off their fingers. It's like a piece of cutlery.
So nature has designed them to eat hula hoops?
Basically.
That's extraordinary.
Yes, a zoologist would say they fill the niche that woodpeckers fill in other environments.
But there are superstitions, are there not, about them, that if you pardon me if I did this to you, or did this, and if one of those did that to you, that would be...
That's right. It's called the fada, which is the Malgache taboo system of the local people, and unfortunately they regard them, because they're nocturnal creatures, and because they look so weird, I suppose, they regard them as a curse, and they have a habit of killing them if they see them.
It does look like a really bad hair transplant, doesn't it?
It does.
Really...
Well, I'm not surprised people kill them, as well. The idea that, I mean, never mind superstition, but if you walk across the street doing that, you're going to get... people are going to go, well, I could take him on.
Yeah.
And also, I'm not surprised they're endangered, because they're clearly not mating, are they? They're looking at each other and going, I'd rather not. I nip over to get the eye.
It is dark, remember?
All the ugly ones come out in the dark.
They do.
That's how Jimmy mates. I'm happy to do it, love, but it's going to have to be with the lights off.
Can't believe your wife told you that story. I only did that in a northern accent.
It's like watching two 1970 northern comics having a row. Only because your wife said. Yeah, well, your wife doesn't exist. You what?
They do that on the streets of New York with Your Mama, don't they?
Yeah.
It's a whole series.
They do what with my mama? Why don't you say one's mama?
One's mama.
Yeah.
In fact.
I'd love you to do that in the streets of New York.
One's
Stephen.
mama?
Oh, one's mama to you.
Yes. That'll jolly well show them.
Thank you for watching. Do remember to subscribe to the QI channel and click here to watch more videos.